will we be able to go on vacation? COVID can mess up people's vacations, but no promises. Hey everyone, it's Abby. I know I don't usually record me for RAELYNN'S channel, but Chris is trying to make lots of videos so that he has videos to post while we're gone, but I thought I might try to help him out. So this is a post about will we be able to go on vacation? And so we're planning on leaving in less than 48 hours. I have my clothes packed. I have a pack list for us. I have a pack list for RAELYNN. We are so close, but we still don't know if we're going on vacation. How is that possible? Let me back up a little bit first and tell you just how many what ifs are involved in vacation planning. And already, if you've planned a vacation in the last 2 years, I think you realize COVID can mess up people's vacations. So every one of you, if you've planned a vacation in the last 2 years, know about, are we gonna get to go on it or not? So we always have that aspect. And we had a trip planned to Indianapolis that COVID did get in the way of. We did get it, we just had to reschedule it. But that definitely, COVID's messed with our vacations. But this vacation has been up in the air for a few reasons. First, we scheduled it, and then we found out RAELYNN needed major surgery, her hip surgery, that they said would take quite a bit of time to recover from. So then we unscheduled it because we thought she was gonna be having too many problems because of surgery. And then I started nursing school or I decided to start nursing school, and we got RAELYNN'S surgery date, and we realized, hey, we can maybe do a vacation at the end of January. If I get all my prereqs done, let's ask for the respite, and we can always cancel later. So then we planned a vacation for the dates we have right now, and we asked the Almost Home Kids respite facility if they would take her, and we just kind of planned on, if I get prereqs done, it looks like I can get them done. If it looks like RAELYNN'S doing good from surgery, then we're gonna schedule a vacation. And those things were going good. Like RAELYNN was recovering well, I was getting prereqs done, so we went ahead and scheduled it. Almost Home Kids, then, that's a respite facility. They're amazing. Very similar place to Rankin Jordan, although Rankin Jordan does not provide respite, but they're bridge hospitals. So your child is healthy enough or stable enough, stable is probably a better word, stable enough they don't need the constant supervision and rounds of doctors, but they're sick enough that maybe they can't be cared for at home. And that's how RAELYNN ended up at Rankin. She was healthy enough and stable enough. She didn't need to be at Children's post-surgery that long, but her post-surgery care was complicated enough, and she needed enough, physical therapy, and it was just so much work to take care of her that she could stay at Rankin. Almost Home Kids is like that, only they also take respite patients, which just means that if we don't have nursing hours covered, or we're also supposed to get respite hours on top of that. If they're available, if the facility has a bed available, they will let children like RAELYNN stay there. So Almost Home Kids actually has I think a lower nurse to patient ratio than Rankin. So she should get even more attention from nurses and techs at Almost Home Kids than she got at Rankin. And she got a lot of attention at Rankin. So it's a great place. But again, respite is not nearly as important as a kid that is recovering from surgery. So we ask them for the dates, and they tell us, okay, we'll put down that you want those dates, and we'll get back to you closer to time if we have a bed available. Guys, they told us they could wait as late as 2 weeks before our trip to tell us if she could really have a place to stay there. Fortunately, they told us 3 weeks before our trip, yes, we for sure will have a place for her. Honestly, up until 3 weeks before our trip, we weren't 100% sure if RAELYNN had a place to go, and we couldn't go on vacation without her having a place to go. We felt fairly confident they would, because we had, in addition to Almost Home Kids in Peoria, we had 2 backup locations in Chicago too, that they're also Almost Home Kid facilities, just in different locations. So we bought the tickets. We bought the kind that was more easily refundable, transferable stuff, but we were feeling pretty confident one of those 3 facilities would have room for her, but no promises. But 3 weeks beforehand, Peoria, which is the facility we wanted her to be able to go to, she's gonna get to go there. I call it Camp Almost Home Kids. It's the closest thing RAELYNN'S gonna get to overnight camp, literally, is staying at this place. Might not sound like camp to you guys, but that's the closest she's ever gonna get to camp, without mom and dad. So anyways, they confirmed. So then it's like, okay, we have got Respite confirmed. I finished my prereqs. She seemed to be recovering from surgery well enough. Not that she doesn't still need pain meds, but that's fine. What else could be getting in the way? Well, last night, Raylan did great. The night before last, Raylan was not doing so great. Like, she was needing lots of oxygen issues, and we were like, are you coming down with something? Are you getting sick? I had one at-home COVID test, and I gave it to her, and it was negative, which, whew, that helped me chill a little more, because then that very next morning, we had to take her to get a COVID test. She cannot go into Almost Home Kids Peoria. She can't go into that facility unless she has a negative COVID test. So she went Saturday morning to get her test. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be negative, because the test we gave her Friday night when she was hacking and coughing and all that was negative, but it's a antigen rapid test, which is not quite as accurate as the PCR test and doesn't detect illness as quickly. It's possible her COVID test will come back positive. If it does, we don't get vacation. Good news is it's like 9:30. We should find out in 2 hours, which magic of YouTube, you're gonna find out right now. I wish I knew what it said on the screen. But yeah, if she doesn't pass the COVID test, we don't get to go. It seems like there's one more thing. Okay, let's say she passes the COVID test. I think she did. Will, whatever present tense, future tense, past tense I should be talking in. She also has to not be sick. So last night was great. Raylan didn't act like a super sick kid. The night before last, she was acting too sick for them, I think, to keep her. And it's so hard because Raylan's baseline is like this. We have good days, bad days, good days, bad days. One bad night doesn't mean she's sick. 3 bad nights in a row means she's probably coming down with something. She didn't have a fever. She just had oxygen issues. But I won't really feel like we for sure are going on vacation until we get on that plane, because there's just always something that can happen. Raylan's life is unpredictable, combined with COVID and just travel. The airlines could be like, never mind, we're not flying anyone out of the country. We will know when we get on that plane. That's how I feel. But yeah, right now we don't know, mainly because we're waiting for Raylan's COVID test, and Raylan had a good night last night, but the night before was so not good that there's a little bit of me, are you going to start getting really gunky and sick? And if she's, she can't go into Almost Home Kids needing oxygen during the daytime. They would be like, okay, this is not close enough to her baseline. She's too close to being sick. Hopefully she stays as healthy as she stayed last night and doesn't do what she did the night before last. And hopefully they call me in a couple hours that her COVID test was negative and we're going to finish packing and going on a trip. I hope.